also with my own training. A lot of people go into the gym, slam the big weights, and they think that it's muscular endurance. I do not believe that. I mean, if it works for some, it works for some. I believe that going lighter and doing more reps goes to muscular endurance, and that's made my muscular come out, and I just haven't realized it. At the moment, I'm really training hard on getting my lines in my legs and just then hopping, which is really nice because I've never had that before. So muscular endurance for me is really going light and doing more reps, and I think that's really important. Sometimes heavy, it's impressive, but it's also like, how long can you do heavy for? Whereas it's more impressive with how many reps can you do. Like, that's also impressive to me. I think anything's impressive in the gym, but as long as you can keep that endurance up, I think that's really important.
And the quality is the key, because you know, you're just slamming weight around. I hit it with a passion, you know, slamming weight around, and you're not really getting the quality in. So it's like, what's the point of even going? You know, you're not getting any real quality reps in.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's been, you know, a big thing that people have been asking about, you know, muscular endurance. What should I train for? So we've been talking about that on the in the post specifically, but today and Saturday, you know, I've been getting information and just seeing, you know, what people see it as and how they train for it. And what you said, that was just key. That was exactly what I was looking for, somebody to explain, you know, more of what I was saying too. So that was 100% what we were talking about.
We're on the same wavelength. That's a good thing.
So let me see, what other questions that we have. So why is fitness important to you?
Oh, why is fitness important to me? Fitness is important for two reasons. One, it makes me feel amazing, and two, it brings people together. That's why fitness is important to me. I've just launched a fit club in my area at the moment, and the response has been absolutely insane. Like, I really wanted to bring communities together, and fitness does that for me. And I launched it yesterday. I've already got 12 people coming, and it's just ridiculous. People have messaged me messages like, I needed this, I feel so much better now this is alive. And that makes me feel good. And when I do fitness as well, whenever I come from the gym with my nutrition that I've got, you just feel on top of the world. You get so much energy from fitness. You feel like you can do it. I prefer doing it in the morning. I did do it in the evening, guilty.
Okay, so you're like me. You're like me. Just knock it out as soon as possible.
Always. Do it at 6. 6 o'clock is my gym time.
Yes, exactly. So have you trained other times during the day? In the past, though, not now.
I used to. So I used to train in the evenings because it worked because of college and everything that I did. So I used to train around 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. Sometimes I did train at 11 because I used to work 12-hour shifts. And I used to hit the gym straight afterwards, which most people thought I was insane. And I got back at 1 o'clock in the morning, but I wanted to get my gym session in. I know. I can't believe I do it now. But early days is better now for me.
Because you're going to bed and then you're up the next day, you know, going to work and stuff.
Yeah. I used to get like 4-hour gaps between my 12-hour shifts, and it was just like, got home from work, went to the gym, got back, slept, and then 4 hours back to work again. It was just a ridiculous routine looking back, but you got to do what you got to do to get better, right?
Exactly. And what people don't understand is, because I did that for about 8 months, so not super long, but people don't understand how, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it, but how much it takes a toll on your nervous system, because you can't fully relax. Because I did it where I was traveling a long distance and I was working and going to school. And I would literally, you know, travel up to campus and try to, you know, change my clothes from work clothes to, you know, casual stuff before I would go to class. And then go to the gym, rush from gym, go to class, and then sit in class for 3 hours, and then, you know, come back, eat, and go to bed. So people don't understand how much it strains, you know, your body, because you're always moving. You don't have any time to just sit down and fully recover. It's a lot. So you were doing that. So how long did you do that for?
I did that for, going back, let me have a look. I think I did that for 4 to 5 months. So it was a lot, but I was going through, I feel like fitness, I mean, I'm sure maybe you can relate, I don't know. But when you go through like personal circumstances, such as like a split or like family troubles, I was doing it to like get better.
Right.
And especially because I was doing waitressing, I had to just put my brain into something where I couldn't overthink, I couldn't think about anything else. So I just went to gym and I just worked to earn money. And I think you do just push yourself through that mental barrier. But I was only eating one meal a day.
Exactly.
So it was just ridiculous. Like,
and you're just running on nothing because you're busy. You're trying to get everything done within a day, and it's like I don't even have time to eat. How did you get through the I guess lack of nutrition? What did you eat? Because when that stuff happens, you usually try to plan it where you can get all your nutrients in at one time. But did you try to structure it? How did you go about still having energy throughout the day?
I mean, I wasn't doing well. That's why I think I'm so glad that I have my nutrition plan that I've got now. But at the time, I was just working a 12-hour shift, and then I only had half an hour break, and that was one meal. So you could have like shepherd's pie or like whatever. So I always got whatever that was. But you don't enjoy the food, you just shove it down because you just want food. And then when I got home, I was so wrecked. I just had about 7 ice creams and that's it. And then I did that again the next day. I did drink water, but then I realized I did drink a lot of smoothies. I think that's what kept me going. Smoothies was just a game changer for me because it was just drinkable, and drinkable was just quick to get down you. I think that's one thing that helped. But yeah, again, I mean, I just don't think I could ever do that again now. Like, it's just different, my routine now.
Because it's the mental and the physical, and then you start feeling, that's when everything starts like crumbling, is when you start thinking about, I've been doing this for so long, jeez. So also on top of that, what did you target physically? Like, did you train for strength when you first started? Not now, but when you first started, when you had a trainer, what did you guys focus on?
I focused on tone. I didn't have a lot of tone. I was quite, when you looked at me, slim build, like I'm originally from Holland, so Dutch people.
Wow.
I'm fluent in Dutch. I was born there. I moved to England when I was young. Yeah. Wow. Not many people know. I don't think I look that Dutch now.
I didn't even know until you just told me. Wow.
Well, there you go. Learn something new every day. But because of the Dutch culture, everyone's quite tall and naturally just quite slim. So I think from there, I really wanted to, like, when you looked at me when I was that age, I just didn't have much build to or any tone. So my people looked at me going, we're going to get you tone, but it's going to take time, like you're going to need to build. Because I did the cables, and when you like need to pull, I couldn't pull the lightest weight. I was that weak. Like, I couldn't, and I said, I can't pull it. He was like, why can't you pull it? And I was like, is that like the lightest? He was like, Grace, like there's nothing on the weight, like you can't pull it. That's how bad my strength was. But like looking back, that's what I needed. I needed to get my tone back. And it's just kind of come heaps and heaps and bounds since then.
Right. And it makes sense because, like I said, on top of, genetics, but the fact of not having the nutrients, is huge. People always forget how much that factors into strength, not eating clean. So anytime I'm training people, the first thing I always do is nutrition. Get your nutrition together first. Because you need that to give you that energy. So, wow, that's amazing. Now, what would you say, or I wouldn't say the comparison, but how would you compare fitness there to fitness here? Because what I'm seeing is that you guys focus on it a lot more. Most of the interviews I've had has been England and most of Europe, but have you noticed any differences?
Well, I can pull the cables now, so that's a huge difference.
Okay.
I have. I think since then, my tone is up. Now my nutrition is on point. They are so working in sync that my day starts with energy and ends with energy, and that makes me feel so accomplished. And because I train more at the gym, my body feels so much better for it. I can notice it now in my legs. Things are starting, just to pop out. You get that confidence boost like you do after the gym. I mean, everyone does. I think that's the huge difference. And you just feel more confident. Like when you start to build on the foundations of looking back, because reflection is so important when you reflect back on like your fitness journey as well. I think that's amazing. When people go through like weight loss journeys and everything and building on from that, it's amazing to reflect back onwards, because the fact that I can pull cables, down, I look at cables and I start laughing because I know I can pull a much heavier weight now. So yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's been a journey, that's for sure.
Wow. So how would you compare the US to you guys with fitness? Because I'm when I interview people, like I forgot who it was. I think it was Tachi. It was, I think, 2 weeks ago. And I'm just noticing it, we over here, we don't focus on it as much. Of course, we have the stereotype, but I'm noticing that you guys focus on it more. But what has been your experience with, because of course we have tourists that, we go over there and see you guys, but have you noticed, a difference in the fitness community there versus here on social media though? I don't know if you noticed it in person, but.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I think the American culture I love America. I love New York. New York is my favorite city. And I love it there. And I love American people. But I think American fitness culture can be quite aggressive. Which is not a bad thing. I think it's quite a good thing. But compared to British culture can be quite shy. So it's the complete alternative of a fitness, if that makes sense. But I suppose maybe in Britain, if people go to the gym, they keep themselves to themselves a lot, whereas Americans don't, which is, I think, we need to combine to make it balanced,
Exactly. Because here it's definitely like that. It's all in your face, but that's why it's hard to get some people in, because it is aggressive. That's why it's so hard to train people in that setting, because they're just it's too much going on. But from you guys, it's more relaxed, it's more focused on what individual people are doing. Because I'm noticing it. I'm like, how come it's not, I'm not getting the same reception? All of my followers, most of them are from the other guy. Where was he from? I think he was from Newcastle. So further up. But I just noticed it. I'm like, that's so weird that, most of the guys are from there. So I think it's true. It's the culture. We're super aggressive with this. So I can't lie. I mean, it is what it is. But it's cool seeing that. Not just thinking it's just me. That's.
Oh no, I don't think it's a bad thing. It is a good thing. But it's interesting to see both cultures compare.
Definitely. So I do want to definitely thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna have more for sure in the future, and don't forget I have I already sent it to you, but we have the show on Saturday, so we want to definitely send you stuff for that, and I'm going to send you something for coming on. I want to thank you so much for your time.
No worries.
And I'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much.